Hey there, Tana. This is Shadow Scythe, and today we're doing another episode of Fashion Forward. Now, today on Fashion Forward, I'm actually going to be doing a bit on Zephyr, because, as some of you know, a few weeks ago, the Play Warframe Twitch page had posted this tweet with a link to a fashion frame guide made by Hydroxate. Now, when that link came up, I decided to check it out, and I noticed that a lot of the example images that Hydroxate had used were with Zephyr. So, and the caption that Warframe, or that they had left with it, was that they wanted to see our fashion frame. And then I noticed with all of the replies, everybody was dropping screenshot after screenshot of different frames. So I decided to contribute to it, and I threw up a screenshot of my Zephyr in honor of Hydroxate, because Zephyr was what he primarily used. And the one thing that I wasn't expecting was I had somebody reply to me because they wanted the color scheme that I had used. And I was absolutely blown away by that, so I went through and replied to him. Though, replying on Twitter the way that I did, it was very choppy, so I hope that he got it. And I'd be even more impressed if he actually does watch my videos. This way he can actually see what I do with Zephyr. Now, in order for this to actually work, you need the Hagoromo skin. So you have to spend a little bit of money there. But then you also need the Ciandana. Whether you choose to use one or not is totally up to you. I decided to change it from what I was originally using because the Prisma Hecate looks a lot better. But you need the Acanthus shoulder and leg armor, and the only way to get that was through the Prime accessories that came with Necros Prime. If you don't have them, then you just can't do the Prime accessory part of it, but we don't need to worry about that. Now, as for the actual colors that we're going to be using for the primary Warframe, and don't worry about Regalia, that is completely up to you. Right up here on the chest is actually the Acolyte emblem, and hidden on the back I have the Assassin Sigil for the Red Veil. But don't worry about those. Once again, those are completely your discretion. But the primary color is the first row, is the rightmost white in the first row of the two different whites that they give you. And that is out of the Lotus color palette. Now, or not Lotus, Orokin, my bad. In order to actually, now, for this to work, there are 3 color palettes that you're actually going to need. Well, 3 if you want these exact colors, 2 if you want the original one, and I'll tell you what I mean by that here in a second. Now, to do the original one, you only need the Orokin palette, and either the Lotus or the Twilight palette for the dark purples. For the one that I'm showing you right now, you need the Orokin palette, either the Lotus or the Twilight palette again for the dark purples, and then you need the Storm palette for the rose gold that I'm using. But secondary color being the dark purple here in the Twilight palette, it is the bottom right corner. And there are some duplicates for this in the Lotus palette. They aren't quite as dark, but they are very, very passable. And the thing with the Hagamoro skin is, unlike a lot of other Warframes and Primes and everything, where their metallic tone is keyed up to their accent color, the metallic on the Hagamoro skin is actually your tertiary color, and your accent color is actually these right next to it, I believe. Yeah. That and the details on your legs. But the tertiary color, once again, we're using this rose gold out of the Storm palette. Or if you're doing my original color scheme that I had given to the guy on Twitter when I had submitted my screenshot, then you're gonna want to use, because I don't actually, since I don't use it anymore, I obviously don't have it saved. But yeah, it would have been the, out of all of the golds, it is the bottom right corner of the golds in the Oregon palette. Because it's not an overbearing gold, and it's a subtle blend in with the white, and it stands out against the purple. Then accent color, once again, just bottom right hand corner of the Twilight, or the duplicate, any similar duplicate that you can find. Although that doesn't look too bad, I prefer it a little darker, but you guys might like that lighter tone. But like I said, that's up to you. And then the energy color, I am actually using this brighter purple out of the Lotus palette. And then weapons are obviously all just duped off of the Warframe color scheme, and then, like in the case of my Aquex Prime, I tweaked them. Oh, well, actually, no, this one isn't duped, but I use similar color schemes on all of my Warframes. So that was just one that blends in really well, because as you notice, there was a gray in there instead of a secondary purple. So, let's see. I'll take a chance and try to do Maru's mission with Zephyr. Because I showed you guys all of the colors and whatnot that I use, so I might as well do a mission with her now. But for the most part, that's the color scheme that I use. And as you guys have noticed, I've started to do playlists and whatnot to show off the particular color schemes that I use with Warframes, and I've got no problem sharing those. If you have any particular request that you want to see, I can do a video on that above others.
Lucky for you, I've got a hot, I knew it. Okay, let's do this.
But if you guys don't have any particular requests, then I will just go about and do them of my own volition. And the other thing that you guys can request is, if I have like the particular skins and whatnot, and you're not sure how you wanna, and you're not sure if you want to get it yourself, then ask if you want me, just ask for me to do a video utilizing the skin that you're possibly thinking about purchasing, because I have every intention of getting 10. Now 10 gen skins are going to be a little bit different, because I'm going to get those as I can afford them.
Move and strike. We have to win this.
But like, as far as the skins that require platinum and whatnot, my bad, I cannot talk today. I'm gonna be getting those as they come out.
It was also known for its deadly security apparatus.
Yes, Maru, we know. And if you're not sure if you want to spend the plat on it or whatnot, just drop a request in the comments section, because I do check the comments. So I've got no problem doing, say there's a particular color scheme that you follow that you want to see how it looks on the skin without actually buying it first to know if it's good. Just ask me to do it. I've got no problem testing it out for you so that you can see if it's going to look good. or if you might have to rethink your initial colors before you spend the platinum.
Well, this should be fun. Maybe you should stretch first. You know, limber up.
And made it. Whew. That was a little
Look now,
trying.
tin stuff. There's an eye of 10.
Oh, I've scanned that one already, damn it.
Ha! You got it. Now bring it home.
Although, note to self, just stick to using titanium for this shit, because Zephyr's Zephyr's passive almost made me fail this. But yeah, like, I've got no problem doing a particular color scheme that you guys ask for, just to save you guys the initial platinum while you rethink a color scheme if it turns out to not be what you were hoping for. I don't have energy. And then, like, as far as testing skins out with different cosmetic items, I've got no, because you're thinking about getting an armor set that was brought into the game or whatnot. I've got no problem showing those for you as well. And on top of all of this, I'm also going to be trying something a little different and adding like an end screen bit to the video. But this has been Fashion Forward. If you liked the video for whatever reason, click that like button and subscribe. If you didn't, it's totally fine. If you want to stay up to date with anything outside of game, follow me on Twitter or on player.me, links in the description box below. And if you would like to support the channel and its endeavors, check out my Patreon link, also in the description box below. And until next time, Tenno, stick to the shadows.